anything that I say in this video, do not let it deter you from going to Korea. Just because I had this experience does not mean you're gonna have this experience, you know what I mean? Like, all experiences are very different. So like, you might go to Korea, have a blast, never meet anybody weird, and just have cool beans. Like, please don't let anything that happens in my channel or I say that deters you from going to Korea, or you're just like, well, I don't want to go to Korea anymore because she experienced that. That's not what I'm trying to promote on my channel. Please go to Korea. Great, amazing, amazing country, but please research before you go. Just research. Gotcha. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I haven't been able to upload for the last 2 weeks, and I'm really sorry to my subscribers who've been DMing me and telling me when I'm gonna update. I was just really busy and just really busy. Couldn't record. Like, every day I would record, I would have to do something. Pushed back my plans today because I feel like I really need to record because I had a dream about this story time today, and I think it's really funny that I had this dream and it's been so long. Today I'll have a story time for you guys. I've had a lot of experiences in Korea and the last 3 years have gone, but this experience was probably one of the most annoying experiences that I had. And in 2013, I was 17 years old. For people who, just to set the picture for this, I was 17 years old in 2017, and I was going to become a senior in high school. And this was my first time going to Korea. I had some friends there, and I guess I'll just start the story now. So the story surrounds this guy, and I kinda, honestly, I wanna say his real name because I low-key wish that he sees this video and where's my money at though? But I'm not gonna say his real name because I don't want his mom to see this video. Probably nobody will see this video that knows him, but you know, still gotta be cautious out here. So I'm gonna name this guy Q because his real name does have Q in it. So it's Kyu. Q. I had known Q for about 5 years before I went to Korea. I was 17 at this time, and when I met him, he was 22. So I was 17, he was 22. So our relationship was never in a romantic way. It was never I like you. It was always we're clearly just friends. That's it. He would tell me when he has girlfriend problems. He would ask me for advice, which I found really weird because I had absolutely zero dating experience at that time, and I had zero wanting to date experience. Oh, and by the way, Q was a very good-looking guy. Let me tell you his background, so this story makes more sense instead of me adding stuff later on. So Q was a good-looking guy from his pictures. I hadn't video chatted with him. I think back then I didn't really have a webcam. I think I got a webcam when I was 16 or 17, so I really didn't video chat with anybody. I didn't see the point of video chat. So I didn't feel like I had to video chat this guy or anything like that. His pictures were he was pretty handsome. Didn't know his height. I just knew his age, his name. I knew his mom owned a chicken, I was about to say it in Korean, a chicken maru place in Korea, which is a huge franchise. I'm not sure if chicken maru is still a thing. I'll probably search it up. I'll show you guys the logo. His mom owned one of the franchises to chicken maru. So in my head, I was thinking, okay, you're pretty well off. You're not poor. You have your money in hand. You were raised with money, I guess. That's what I was thinking, because if you have a franchise, you're automatically rich. Because Chicken Maru was a franchise that was even sponsoring K-dramas. So I went to Korea in 2013, and I told Q, I was like, hey Q, I'm gonna come to Korea, do you wanna meet up and we can just hang out, since we've known each other for so long, so long. This is when the story starts getting a little sketch, okay? I'm like, okay, let's hang out. So he tells me, but I believe he told me, I'm on my way. And I was like, oh, are you taking the train? He was like, no, I have a car. And in my head, I was like, you got a whip? You got a car? Oh, you riding on these streets? I'm just kidding. I didn't care about cars back then. I was just like, oh, you got a car. But it was very rare to have a car at that age in Korea. But I was like, okay, you have a car. that's cool. I don't have to take the subway. I don't gotta get stared at the whole day. So I was like, okay, cool. We can totally ride in your car. So I'm a little happy. I'm like, I have a friend who has a car, this is good, he's a good friend. I hadn't met him yet, but I was from us emailing each other back. And he had my Kakao Talk, so we used Kakao Talk after a few years. I was like, this dude got a whip. He has a restaurant that his mom owns. He's set. He's a great guy, you know what I mean? His girlfriend must be really lucky. He's like, oh, I'm almost there. So me and my friend at the time, we're not friends anymore, so I'm not gonna use her real name. We're gonna call her Irrelevant because she's very irrelevant. So me and Irrelevant were hanging out in the hostel, and I told her, I was like, hey, I'm gonna meet this guy and we're gonna hang out. And Irrelevant was always really in my business, and I really didn't like that she was always in my business. So I was going to meet Q, and she was like, oh, let me come too, and I can like, you know, see him, or like I can meet him too. So I was like, okay, you can come, Irrelevant, like it's fine. So we end up going near the station, like near Achasan station, and we're waiting for him. And I'm like, I see all these people, right? So I'm seeing all these people, I'm like, I don't see Q though, like, Q, where are you? And I'm telling Irrelevant, like, I don't see him, like, I don't see him. We're like looking around, we're just like, Q, I don't see you. I'm like, texting him like, hey, I don't see you. So we keep walking, and we like didn't keep walking. We were just walking around in circles trying to find this guy. And I was basing it on his pictures. So I couldn't find him. A bunch of other people were just there. And I was just like, okay, whatever. Out of nowhere, I hear Paris. And I'm like, who in the streets knows me that they're calling my name? I was very weirded out, first of all, because nobody in Korea knows my name like that. So I was like, oh, this is weird. Why do people know my name in here? So I turn around and I see this guy who has a car. He had a black Hyundai. It was pretty nice. It was actually a really nice car. So he had a black Hyundai, and I see this guy, and I'm like, oh, are you Q? And he's like, yeah, I'm Q. And I'm sitting there like, so I'm just like, oh, hi, Q. And I'm, you know, I have to act. I was like happy and whatnot, but in my head I was, who are you? You know what I mean? Like, it was clearly the same person in the picture, but actually no, it was not even clear that it was the same, because like I honestly probably passed by him 3 times and I couldn't tell it was him. So he just looked very different. He had a lot of acne. His hair was like really messy. He was pretty short. His face was just not the face that I saw in the pictures, and I think that's because he probably had photoshopped his pictures, used a bunch of filters on his pictures, and I was just sitting there like, you know, like when you have to, do you know when you're in customer service and you have to smile like customers but you're really not happy? It was that type of thing. I was like, whose mans is this? Whose mans? Somebody get their mans, because this is not the mans I know named Q. But anyways, I was like, okay, cool. And then Irrelevant was like, oh, okay, have fun, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, bye, Irrelevant. I hopped in the car, hopped in there, right? I jumped in the car, smelled good, was very clean. Everything was black inside. I was like, okay, we're just gonna try and cross off that you don't look anything like your pictures. I'm gonna try and let that go because your car is actually very clean. So I crossed that off. I was like, you know what? Let's let it go. So I'm talking to him. I'm talking about like how we met. So we're like riding around, and we were gonna have dinner because we met around 4 p.m. I would say. So we were riding around trying to find dinner. He's like riding around, we're just talking, and then all of a sudden he gets a call. And, oh my God. I totally skipped like a whole part of the story. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, back it up. Sorry, totally forgot the part that he stole from me basically. So we're riding around for 15 minutes. This is what happened. So we're riding around for 15 minutes, and he goes, oh my God, my car is almost like on E, like empty, is almost empty, and I forgot my wallet. And I was like, what you mean you forgot your wallet? Who forgets their wallet? And I was very pissed off because I was just like, I'm not paying for this dinner. No, I'm 17 years old in high school. I'm very poor, you know what I mean? So I was like, do you want to get your wallet? Because your girl don't got money like that. It's just like, oh my goodness, I forgot my wallet. The car's on E, like it's about to like, the gas is about to finish, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just sitting there like, that's not my problem. That's not my problem. That's not my problem, not my car. I can just get out this car and start walking and I will be good. I will be good. Clearly, again, I was not saying this to him. I was thinking it in my head. I didn't want to be rude. So he goes, oh, do you mind lending me some money and I can get some gas and then we can go have dinner? And I'm like, I don't have a lot of money right now, so I don't know if I should like, you know, lend you money because it's probably not gonna fill up your gas tank. He goes, oh, it's okay, like, it doesn't matter, we just have to get a little bit of gas. He was speaking English. So like, we just have to get a little bit of gas so we can be able to get to the restaurant. And I'm just sitting there like, boy, if we don't get... We pull up to the gas station and he's like, do you have any cash? And I'm like, no, I don't carry cash. Which was true, I didn't carry cash back then, but like, actually no, I did carry cash, but I would usually put it in my card. So I'm like, no, I don't have cash, but I have my card. And this dude does not even ask me how much I want to give him. He takes my card. I'm like, I'm holding my card, so I'm just like, oh, I just have my card and that's it. And he was like, oh, that works, and he takes it. So he takes it and he's telling the person there, he's like, oh, just however much is in the card, you can put it in. And I'm just like, what do you mean how much is in the card? Like, I don't have a lot of money. I just told you that I don't have a lot of money. So he's just like, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it. We can just do like 60 then. And let me tell you, I only had 60,000 won in that card. And I knew very well that I had 60,000 won because I would use 60,000 won every 2 days. You know what I mean? So I was just like, so am I gonna starve tomorrow? Like, what we gonna do? Because I can't be out here starving. So he gives the card to the petrol guy. I'm saying petrol like this is Kenya I'm talking about. What is it called? The gas guy. He gives the car to the gas guy. He takes it. He like pumps the gas, $60. His car is not full. It's like almost full, but it's not full. And he's just like, thank you so much. I'll pay you back. And I'm looking at my card like, let's say this is my card. I was looking at my card like, oh my God. Oh my God. Are you okay? No, don't do this to me. Boy, I was broker than broke at this point. I was just like, I'm gonna have to tell my parents that I'm broke. I'm gonna have to tell my parents that I was basically robbed because this guy just took my money and he didn't really even ask. I'm only 17, I don't got money like that. We fill up the gas tank, I'm like, no, okay, I'll just send you my bank account and you can pay me back. Do you know how you have friends who you're like, you don't have to pay me back, it's okay. Boy, you are not that friend, because I was like, I'll send you my bank account. Just make sure you pay me that, because I ain't playing out here, you know. Anyways, this is when we start riding and we reach the curb. And as he's talking, he's driving. He starts talking about his aunt and he pulls over to the curb near a station. Oh, what happened to aunt? And she's like, the mom is like, oh, because I can hear the conversation. It's like he's using the car speakers to like speak to the mom. So he's just like, oh, your aunt fell and like you should come over now to the hospital and just buy her some few things and like come over to the hospital. So he's just like, he hangs up the call. He's like, okay, I'm coming very soon. I'll just drop off my friend and that's it. He's like, okay, he's like, hey Paris, I'm really sorry, but like I have to go check up on my aunt in the hospital and like she fell and she's really sick. And I'm just like, first of all, your mom didn't say she's really sick. She just said she fell, but I understand, like, it's your aunt, whatever, you should go. What did he say? He was like something like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't drop you off home. And I was like, didn't you just tell your mom you're gonna drop me off home? You little shady. So he's like, oh, do you mind just taking like the train? Like the station is right there. When I tell you, I was in the middle of nowhere. Listen, I had just gotten to Korea for the first time for 2 days or 3 days. I had only been there for a few days, so like I don't know Korean and I barely know how to use the subway. And I'm just sitting there like, I just got kicked out of somebody's car basically and told to go home without even knowing the directions to my house. So I get out the car. When I tell you I was looking around like I was actually gonna get kidnapped, I was so scared. I legit got out the car and he drove away. He was like, okay, see you later, just text me later, bye. And he just like leaves. He just like whips away from me. You know what I mean? So that was stupid. Whips away. I don't know. He like left and I'm looking around like I don't even know what train station this. I don't remember this train station, but it was about like 20 minutes away from my house. So I'm like looking around. I'm like, I asked this random guy like, hey, do you know how to get back to Achosan? And he actually took me downstairs to the subway and actually showed me how to go there. This Ajushi guy was like amazing. He was super nice. But anyways, I get home. I tell Relevant what happened. And she's like, oh no way. Low-key, I knew she was happy that it happened to me because this girl was just very problematic. But she's just another story for another time. So I told her what happened, and then I was like, oh, I need to text him because he needs to give me back my money. So I'm like, hey Q, I really need the money. Like I don't really have money like that, so I really need that 60,000 won. I waited for a day. Didn't check the message. He didn't read the message at all. The little one next to the Kakao message was not disappearing. I wait for another week. He still didn't respond. I ended up calling him on Kakao Talk. He did not respond. I'm like, hey Q, like, I'll just send you my bank account. Just please make sure you put that money back in my account because again, I'm not rich. Like I need that money. Again, didn't reply. Didn't say anything back. Nothing happened. Like I actually went back to United States and I had not heard back from this guy ever. Like so after that was the last time we talked. Like we never talked on Kakao Talk again. He never told me what happened. Like nothing. Like this dude first of all didn't look anything like he looked in his pictures, and then he took my $60, and $60 to me back then was like $700 right now. Like I actually valued $60 a lot, which I still do because that's still a lot of money, you know. That's a lot of outfits you can buy and a lot of food you can buy. So I was like, there goes $60 that I could have used on something that I could have bought like a nice thing. So anyways, I reached in US and I texted him again. I was like, hey, did did you ever see any of my messages because you're not replying to me? Again, didn't check the message, never said anything to me. I ended up just canceling him. I was just like, you're canceled. I don't even think we should be friends. And I just messaged him. I was like, I just think it was really mean for you to do that because I thought we were friends. We knew each other for 5 years. And that's just how you treat me the first time you met me. Like, dude, that was not cool. Again, didn't check it. And I was just like, okay, bye. And I like blocked him, never talked to him again. So Q, you're rotten. You're just garbage. Every time I think about it, it makes me like really heated because it's like this person you kind of trust. I didn't really trust him, but like it was like one pen pal that I was pretty close to, and then he just took my $60. He didn't really like show me his real face. It was like a very Photoshop face. I was like trying to be nice and just be like, yeah, you can go, or yeah, here's gas money, like just take it. I see that your gas is on E. And like now coming to think about it, I feel like, I don't know, it was just really weird. Like, I feel like maybe he was actually trying to meet me to get more money out of me. I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? What do you guys think was the real reason he actually met me? Tell me what you guys think about Q, because Q ain't cool. We don't like Qs out here. Anyways, guys, that was it for today's video, and I hope I post this tonight. And if not, maybe Monday. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye. Q, if you ever watch this, we need to talk. I just want to talk. We need to talk one-on-one. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I just feel mad cool like this. I need to. Nyama kidogo, shika magoti. Mimi nimesimama kama ngongoti. Mtoto Jojo, sio roboti. Chumbani pingiri pingiri samba zote. Unamtekenyaga ukinyonga Salome.